down my spine, and there's nowhere I'd rather be than in the stir of the echoes, all through the ages, stories of greatness. And I'll never let go till I'm in the pages. Yeah, I'm gonna chase it. I wanna be right there with the heart of a warrior, right there where the pride and glory are. Time's come now. I wanna be right there in the mind of the fearless, right there when the end is nearest. Time's come now. Bring me the fire, bring me the war, give me the ones I came for.
And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to Overdrive Championship Wrestling Programming. It has been a very interesting year for the two of us. As always, my name is Elias Storm, and I am the PNG of Power. 2.5D. Yes, still 2.5 dimensional. I am the otherworldly being, and with me, as always, is my brother in arms, my co-manager, my co-founder, the one, the only, Stanley Brewer. Stan, bud, been a very long time. How are you?
Man, I can tell you this. I could not sleep last night because of the pure excitement I had that we were going to be coming back. And ladies and gentlemen, we just want to go ahead and say from the bottom of our hearts, thank you. It has been a very interesting and somewhat tumultuous year for Elias and I. Just to briefly get into it, as you know, our once beloved unpaid intern Ryan, whose mother drove us to the shows and fed us all these great snackies, well, apparently he was too good to not be getting paid. I honestly, I don't know where that thought process comes from. Fucking children these days. Why do we work with them? Anyways, Ryan gets pissed, so he decides to take the, not ultimate sacrifice, but he went to drastic measures, and he changed the password to the portal technology. It was 1234. We didn't make that shit. Who made the password 1234? It's what you put on somebody's luggage.
Man, crazy work. Yeah. So Ryan, in his bid, power move. Yeah. By the way, Ryan is now minority shareholder within the company. We had to make some concessions.
Fucking
but he'll rue his day. But yeah, no. So portal technology couldn't be accessed, which means we couldn't pay the bills, which means yeah, we were kind of shit out of luck. So Stan retired, got himself a girlfriend, and moved on to greener pastures, and I went down to Mexico. And for the last year and change, I've been commentating for IWRG, the International Wrestling Revolution Group. That was a cool experience. I got to see some guys I hadn't seen in a minute, like my good friend El Generico.
I was about to ask,
his orphanage is doing great. Yeah, he's doing awesome. His orphanage has produced 25 brand new wrestlers that are currently killing it all over the indies right now.
Is that like a gym credit?
Probably, I would assume so. But yeah, I just want to say muchos gracias to all my fans down in Mexico. And for the final time, I would like to say yo soy el 2.5 de PNG del Powder.
Well, damn, you come back now. You speaking French on me? How am I supposed to be better than you if you're bilingual? Fucking hate it.
Bueno.
Fucking hate it here. And you talk about we had to cut corners. They cut the funding to my camera. I'm moving at 30 FPS now because of that fucking asshole. God, I hate it here, bro.
Yeah, I was wondering about that. But we're glad to be back. So much has changed, but a lot has stayed the same. Obviously, during the break, we allowed all of our contracted wrestlers because they needed to make money. So we paid them about 15% of their contracts while they were able to pursue other obligations. And as you've seen in the alternate universe, Rusev has returned to WWE. Jacob Fatu is the new United States champion. Dom Mysterio is the new Intercontinental champion. The New Day are once again tag team champions. Congratulations to them. But I don't really know what's going on with the Big E situation in WWE. But here they're still going strong. Unfortunately, as you'll find out later tonight, what's going on with them. And a bunch of other cool stuff. Oh, Becky Lynch is a heel again. I mean, I guess that's cool. Don't try that shit here, Becky. We're professionals. All right, that attacking people backstage shit don't work here. But speaking of backstage altercations, as you guys saw earlier, we got some new people on the roster, and Jacob Fatu had some very choice words for Rusev, and Jacob is a very scary individual. He said a lot of words and ended with all gas, no brakes, you know what I mean? And so because of that, yeah, it's gonna be him and Rusev in a OCW Underground match, and I am very concerned for all the people who will be there.
Yeah. One thing I want to point out though is that during that stare down that we witnessed just a few moments ago, you look in the eyes of Jacob Fatu, and you see anger, rage, and hatred, which is built up in that man over years and years. It's obviously he led a very rough life before he found his love of professional wrestling. But you look in the eyes of the man formerly known as Miro, former international champion, a man who has only lost twice in his OCW career, a man who won Break the Ceiling, and you don't see that anger. You really don't see anything, just a cold, blank stare from Miro. If you remember when he used to make his entrances holding the belt, he had that same look in his eyes. He wouldn't raise the belt. He didn't have pyro or nothing like that. Miro, now known as Rusev, is and has always been a very, very focused individual. And even if his eyes didn't tell you anything, it's his actions that will speak louder than any words later tonight. OCW Underground, first of its kind, and I just want to say it's glad that we are still the pioneers of innovation. About a year and a half later.
No, 100%. Because that's what Overdrive Championship Wrestling is all about. That's what OCW is. We break the mold. Also, congratulations to all of the youth movement in their year off. Massive success. I'm proud of you. Good job. They've been killing it. The Creeds, Roxanne, Cora. I'm very excited to see. Also, a woman who I have been a bit of a detractor to. Congratulations to one Zelina Vega. I'm sure you're very happy about that.
Nah, I was. Zelina has deserved some kind of championship run on the main roster for a long time. She's so good. She's gotten so much better over the past couple years, just from being a manager to now being a full-time performer. I mean, when she had that match with Rhea in Puerto Rico a few years ago, I mean, the pop, the way they rolled out the red carpet for her, I was just like, this woman, one of these days, is going to be a champion. And I think she's very deserving of being the second ever WWE Women's United States Champion. Very happy for her. Congratulations to Zelina. I hope you find your way on the Pride roster.
100%. But now I don't know what they call them. We don't use that other app anymore because who. So now we're on Blue Sky. Yes. Yeah. We're on Blue Sky now, ladies and gentlemen. And we got a couple. What do they call them?
I don't know. Bleats?
No, bleed sounds weird.
I mean, honestly, I think it would just be apropos just to call them post. I mean, because that's universal. That shit can go anywhere.
They're called skeets. On Blue Sky, posts are generally referred to as posts or informally skeets. While the official term is post, the term skeet has gained traction within the Blue Sky community.
my god.
particularly among users who are maybe familiar with X, formerly Twitter, where similar short form content is called tweets. All right. I'm not saying that.
I will shit. That's funny.
Not
as
right
fuck.
now. I'm not. Maybe in a couple weeks when I'm used to it. But we got some posts on Blue Sky. Throw them up for me, Greg. At least Greg's a homie.
Oh yeah, of course.
He's always been our silent benefactor. He's in it for the love of the game. All right. So the rated R superstar. I'm not calling him that either. His name's Edge. The code thing's weird. I don't like it. He's allowed to do whatever he wants, but I'm always calling him Edge.
Nah, he's
So
downloaded this Edge.
Yeah. Edge is the rated R superstar. Your and my OCW Internet Champion had this to say:
Fake as shit.
the rated R Open is in full swing. Ratings are up when the rated R superstar is champion, and he's right. That's true. Very true. So he declared an open challenge, and it was answered by none other than say his name, and he appears.
There's no fucking
Joe
way.
Hendry. Oh yeah, TNA champion, by the way.
TNA champion just made his WrestleMania debut. I was actually fucking, I shit my pants when I saw this. The fact that Joseph Hendry is coming Overdrive Championship Wrestling. I'll leave reading the tweet to you, but I just have to say I was fucking taken aback. Like I said, I changed my pants.
Yeah, no, I was very shocked. I kind of already had plans, but he kind of shoehorned it. And who am I to not detect the hot commodity in the world of professional wrestling right now? So, the TNA champion had this to say on Blue Sky: rated R Cope. I've already made Edge's bitches believe it. Hi, Matt Cardona. I don't know why he didn't. Also, that's wildly disrespectful. But I don't know why he also didn't tag my boy Kurt Hawkins, or Brian Myers, I should say. Shout out Brian. Hey Brian, hope you're doing good. Can't wait to see you next week. Now it's time for you and the Nebula. Shout out the OCW Nebula. I think we have the coolest fan name. To believe too. And then he did the clap thing. Because you know.
And that match will be taking place later on this week on Overdrive Pride. I am praying to all of the gods known to man for Joe Hendry to save us from the stupid fucking fake ass Internet Championship reign. Swear to fucking God, supremacy should have never happened. It was a mistake.
Wouldn't that make Joe Hendry, who is currently signed to a temp contract to Glory, still the Glory Internet Championship?
We'll fight about this in court later on. Move on.
Yeah. Tonight, per me, the first takes on the sixth. Adam Cole, Cedric Alexander for the international title.
Ooh.
Hashtag workhorse title. You guys will see tonight. For the first time ever, I'm pretty sure. Adam Cole versus Cedric Alexander for the championship that has made OCW what it is. This is the title. Next post, I'm not calling the Skeets. Carmelo Hayes, the him man himself, the most recent winner of the Dre, back here in OCW tonight. He's got the opportunity to challenge Bryan Danielson for the National Openweight Championship, and he had this to say: tonight I show the Dragon why I'm him. All caps. That's important. And that dragons never see the end of the story. Hashtag and new. And honestly, that's the bar. That's probably the coolest thing Carmelo has ever said in all of his OCW career. And just for that, I kind of want him to win tonight.
That's also a phenomenal handle, by the way.
No, yeah.
Timothy Turner.
Turner is tough. I love it. But also to all you super Smarky aware fans, yes, we know Bryan Danielson still has a world championship opportunity in the future. That'll be handled after this match. Yeah, we didn't forget. We're not the WWE. No shade. Like Zack Ryder never got his rematch for. It's not important. Not important. Yep, there it is. Confirmation tweet from Seti that he's interested and excited. 2 emojis. Eyeballs in the 100. He knows game. So I wish you the best of luck, Night City. And finally, last post from the one, the only Austin Creed wins, or also known as Xavier Woods. You guys got buried so hard there wasn't a revival. Hint, hint, wink, wink. You wanted a challenge? Well, my boys are going to bury you with your own shovels tonight when they become the new glorious tag team champions. Hashtag New Day rocks. And as I said, here in OCW, New Day's all good to go. Easy neck is fine. We got it checked out. We got him some eel stem cells. Worked perfectly. He kind of glows in the dark every now and then, but that I feel like is a decent trade-off. But because of that, he is currently unavailable. He missed his flight. The eel stem cells kind of mess with
TSA.
What do you call it? Yeah, TSA metal detectors. So he got held up at the airport. Everything's good, but unfortunately he can't make it here tonight. But with that being said, Woods is now taking his place, so it will be the Speed Force version of New Day taking on the Revival Night and Kofi Kingston and Xavier Woods. Best of luck to the New Day. I know they've been hunting those tag team titles for a while, and I'm very curious to see if they can get the job done tonight against the guys who buried the youth movement, who I will never, ever, ever, ever forgive. Because that match still has scars.
I've tried to block that out of my memory. Like, that's one of the few moments when you and I have really come together and just said, like what actually is this? Do want to point out right quick that Xavier was quote tweeting one of the last tweets that we had aired on this program before, of course, the hiatus, where FTR is essentially bored. You know, they've run through a couple people. I mean, there's absolutely no doubting FTR's legacy and just how good they are. They said they're bored. They got new shovels. New Day gonna try to hit them over the head with it. Now, of course, Xavier Woods has been in pursuit of, of singles glory. Ugh, hate that word. In recent weeks before the hiatus. But if the New Day win tag titles tonight, thanks to the Freebird rule, Big E can come back. He and Kofi can continue tagging. And Xavier can go on doing whatever it is he does in a singles ring. I'm all over the place. I'm so excited. I'm fucking.
No, for sure. It's growing pains because I can't speak English right now. So, but it's been a while. But we'll be back. I'm used to speaking Spanish. The last year. Muchas gracias again to everybody for being here tonight. It's a surreal experience for the both of us. But now we get into matches. Ooh. Throw up those really cool graphics.
Yep, then they are up.
As you know, we'll be opening up, and I feel like there's no better way than OCW's first champion to be the first guy, or one half of the first guys, to bring this back. So Adam Cole, Cedric Alexander, international title, international rules, opening the show, as it should. Next up, that underground match I was talking about, it will be Miro or Rusev, depending on how he's feeling spicy, taking on the brand new signed United States champion, Jacob Fatu, in an underground match. I pray for both their safety. These are two guys who are absolutely hard hitters and don't care about the general well-being of others. So expect that to be absolutely brutal.
I pray for the safety of Lumberjack.
Next up, 2025 Royal Rumble winner. Who the fuck saw that coming in? Congratulations, Char. Sorry about the divorce. You can always call me. And Charlotte, and the probably greatest women's wrestler out of Japan ever, who won the only Oscar, the Odd Couple, still your women's tag team champions. We'll be taking on two brand newcomers to OCW. I can't wait to see who steps up that we've signed recently. A lot of new talent, a lot of old talent leaving. We'll address everybody who's left and come into both shows at the end of Pride later this week. But for now, very excited. Next up, another tag team title opportunity for the New Day. The opportunity It's been a while since they've been in the tag team title picture. Obviously, when Judgment Day were champions, the New Day couldn't compete for the titles after they lost again. But now it's two of the greatest tag teams of all time and the 10-time tag team champions FTR taking on the now 13,
I believe
12,
that's right.
13 time tag team champions in the New Day. We'll check our notes soon. And yeah, ignore E there. We didn't have time to swap the graphics out. Appreciate you, Greg, on that. And then after that, would it really be an episode of Glory without a battle royale?
Nah, it would not. Wasting my fucking time.
Yeah. So that being said, we have a 8-woman battle royale. It'll be Rhea Ripley, Liv Morgan, Dakota Kai, Trish Stratus, Candice Ray, Gigi Dolan, Bianca Belair, and the newly signed Lyra Valkyria competing. And the winner gets Cora Jade and the Glorious Women's Championship in the immediate future. Then, in our main event, a match I think has a chance to break the star rating scale
I got stiffy in my
and
pants
officially
already.
be the first 5-star match back. The American Dragon, Bryan Danielson, versus himself, Carmelo Hayes, in a last man standing match for the National Openweight Championship. Now for one, I'm salivating at the idea that this match is gonna, in the words of my good friend Stu, fuck.
He sounds like a great guy. And in that match, the former indie darling, battle-tested, versus the NXT breakout. I'm looking forward to that match just as much as you are. But Elias, I'm looking forward to everything OCW related. And you know what? I think the boys and girls in the back are ready. I say, let's get it on.
Absolutely.
And of course, ladies and gentlemen, you are looking at the brand new and improved. Also, fuck you, Ryan, you piece of shit. Look at the brand new and improved Glory Arena. Elias, take me through the design philosophy for this arena right quick.
Yeah, no. So I'm a big NXT Classic kind of guy. Honestly, being in the CWC for a while, pre and post pandemic, I love the feel. I like that indie vibe. Like, obviously this is a big arena, but it's also niche. It's homey. It's dark, gritty, just like pro wrestling should and has always been when it comes to the independents. So you throw a little black and gold in there as a throwback to the good old days of NXT before they decided the rainbow existed. And you get this.
Absolutely.
Nothing crazy, simple, sleek. This is what it's about.
Absolutely beautiful arena. Cedric Alexander excited for this match, wasting no time getting down in the ring. Of course, Cedric, not only the first ever international champion, the first champion crowned in Overdrive's history, winning the international title at the first Wrestle Mayhem. But he's got one hell of a test. Adam Cole, who was part of the first ever Overdrive trade, struggled a little bit to get going, but is one of just 2 people to defeat Miro in OCW, and of course had to do it 2 times for the international title. And you will notice that title has a brand spanking new design. One of the many surprises we have for you guys in store. Every single title belt has received a redesign. The philosophy behind the international title here, it's the workhorse title. So why not put a giant horse in front of the map of the world?
Absolutely. New titles for every single champion. I wish that strap was a little darker, but you know, purple is an interesting color. But I'm very excited to see what Adam Cole gets up to in his reign with the new and improved, maybe, international championship.
Yeah. If you want a darker strap, I can get with our belt people. We can have that fixed next week. We can't fix that in post.
Yeah, we can fix that. Yeah, I didn't realize it was mauve purple instead of like majestic. It was the lights.
Yeah,
But
the lighting in this new universe engine is peculiar to say the least.
no, for sure. But it's really good to hear Ryan's voice again, but also not because he's a piece of shit.
Of course. Now, of course, as you notice, the belt hanging over Adam Cole's shoulder. Per tradition in OCW, when you're the champion, your aura is so strong that the belts, they can't touch your skin. Your aura is just that good. It's so thick that it floats above your shoulder. And speaking of floating, that title isn't floating right now. But Prime Alexander, the first. Adam Cole, the sixth. Ladies and gentlemen, with the ring of the bell, we are back and we are underway.
Oh, Cole, immediately working on the leg.
And I go, whoa!
Oh my God, what a springboard moonsault there. Adam Cole is coming full for Cedric, countering.
Oh, these guys are just going 205 live.
I'm here for it.
That's what this is about to be.
So what we spoke about pre-show, the answer is yes.
What did we?
Good old.
We talked about a lot.
Good
pre-show.
old, crisp quality sound coming from this arena.
Okay, bet.
Oh, super kick
On the outside, no.
into the German.
Now, of course, obviously, international title has to be won in the ring. 2 out of 3 falls for every title match. You know, and we talk about Adam Cole being one of just 2 men to defeat Miro, and of course, having to do that twice, having to beat Miro, now known as Rusev, once is already hard enough. Adam Cole having to overcome.
Cedric, I don't know if it's time to be celebrating, bud. And yep, there it is. Okay, count of 7, but it's been reset thanks to that double axe handle back of the head of Cedric.
The good old broken broomstick works every time. Honestly, though, I think Cedric celebrating, I mean, we know that celebrating is the last thing you want to do in OCW because it always goes wrong.
It never ends well.
But you have to keep in mind, this is Cedric's first title opportunity since losing the International Championship. I think he got caught up in the moment, which, you know, it's good to really take it in. However, what a nice arm drag.
Oh, what a sliding deep arm drag there.
You know, it's good to take it in, but you have to be mindful. As you said, referee was at the count of 7. Here's the cover. And out at 1.
Kick out at 1.
Countouts do count as a pinfall in international title matches. Also, side note, I forgot to change the ref count to 20, so it's going to be 10 for all these matches.
That's fine.
Adam Cole regaining control. Wait a minute, maybe I spoke
Cedric
too
counter.
soon.
Oh, flurry of offense. Leaping clothesline.
The physicality of Alexander. Now he's on a roll. Sit out driver.
Michinoku driver. 1, 2.
Almost
kick out.
stealing a fall right there is Prime Alexander. Maybe thought about going for another fall. Cole, though, stirring. Looking for...
Oh, fisherman. Cover. 1, 2. Oh, not enough.
And Adam Cole having to fight diligently to kick out. Alexander springboard
Cedric,
splash!
Springboard frog splash.
And does he go for the cover?
No. He may be looking for one of the coolest moves in all of pro wrestling.
And I think the fans just then were chanting.
Now drop down.
Oh! The fans were chanting, I believe you still got it. And indeed, Prime Alexander does still have it. Oh! Adam Cole says, bitch, I got it too.
Adam Cole. Oh. Wrenching on the neck of Prime Alexander here.
Now you gotta wonder what's going through Cole's head. He knows
oh.
what... Oh, wait.
Looking for a super kick, maybe?
Thought about it and then thought against it. Now, what a
my
suplex.
God, what a German suplex.
I'm going for the cover, but oh wait, no, not yet. Cole realizing Alexander too close to the ropes, instead gonna land more damage.
I thought he may have been looking for the last shot there, but he changed his mind.
I think seeing the ref might have psyched him out a little bit. Drop down.
Drop down.
Oh,
Oh,
drop kick blocked.
he tried it.
Stop to the Phoenix.
Cedric, Dragon Cole to the middle of the ring.
I think he might
Probably looking for something impressive. Oh no.
Maybe he was trying to set him up for a splash, but realized Cole was stirring.
Oh, kick counter.
Kick to the inner thigh. Up, small package to steal a finish. The ref's not even looking.
Dude.
Oh.
Oh, I thought he had it. Most annoying move in all pro wrestling.
But the most devastating. Referee, he has...
Oh, he has needed a temple.
Referee, he must have eyes in the back of the head because he was not looking at that cover at all. Now, Cole,
Submission maneuver.
we don't see this too often from Adam Cole having to reach deep into his bag of tricks already.
But it looks like it might be just enough to get him off guard.
That's him up for the
kick to the knee.
last shot
Last side. Cover.
for the first fall.
1, 2,
1-0
3.
Cole.
Cedric falls 1-0.
Okay, I love how after one fall, all of the graphics had to pop back up. They're supposed to be turned off. This is bullshit.
Both men are hurt. Back and forth offense. Cedric. Oh, but that jumping knee.
And the crowd already on their feet.
Oh no, again. Cole.
Looking to
Second
end it.
last shot. Oh, Cedric busted open. That might be it. 1, 2,
That is it.
3. And unfortunately, Prime Alexander fails to recapture his glory here tonight, ladies and gentlemen. What a match, though.
And
Adam Cole in still your international champion with a 2-0 victory.
Yeah, 2-0. A very good first defense for Adam Cole. You know, I bet a lot of people had to wonder going into this match. Oh my god, that's. Hold on, I gotta take it back to the game screen real quick. Look at that smile.
3.5 star match.
I'm not sure if he's happy, in pain, taking a shit, or all three. But the aura of the champion still alive and well inside Adam Cole. You know, and again,
It's nice to see Cole continue his championship ways here. You know, the TNT champion in the alternate universe reigns supreme here tonight, and still your workhorse title carrier. This next one, again, I am super concerned about, ladies and gentlemen. But win or lose,
I mean,
I think the big man bracket changes forever here tonight in Overdrive.
I mean, listen, I'm not going to lie. I'm more concerned for the sanctity of the Lumberjacks and the safety of the fans. Because as you said, these two guys, I mean, they'll fight each other probably all day and all night. They don't care who's involved, who gets in the way. The only thing that matters is that the other man is sent to the ground and will not get back up and or is just completely knocked out. Making his OCW debut, a man who's had a meteoric rise in the alternate universe, your current WWE United States Champion, Jacob Fatu. And I remember when Fatu was coming up and he was about to get to WWE. I remember seeing clips of, I don't want to say like the other like Fatus, but like essentially other members of the bloodline who for one reason or another weren't in WWE yet. Jacob was one of them. You know, he and Zilla, I've never seen big men move the way that they do. And Jacob Fatu has brought that unique move set, you know, to the biggest stage, well, second biggest stage, OCW is the biggest, now the biggest stage. He's brought that move set to the biggest stage in professional wrestling, has organically gotten over and has been rewarded for it. And now, a chance to make his mark on Overdrive Championship Wrestling.
Absolutely, the Samoan Werewolf. I'm a big fan of Jacobs. I've seen the majority of his MLW career, won all the titles he could there, and now you know the new United States champion after knocking off LA Knight at Mania. I just think that he has the brightest future ahead of him here in OCW, and I think unfortunately it's going to start with knocking off Rusev.
You know, Rusev, you know, the man formerly known as Miro, at one point was the...
Also, what a great render that is.
Oh no, that absolutely phenomenal. What's crazy is that when I was when I was going through the portal for which version of Miro Rusev I wanted, the most popular version of Miro, like, there's an error with it, so it couldn't be downloaded. But like the day after he re-debuts on Raw, I go back in, and the same guy was like, "Hey, I made another one, and now it's Rusev." And I was just like, "Damn, shit looks fucking phenomenal."
No, 100%. And obviously Miro now returning to the Rusev name that he's in the other company again. Probably one of the greatest commodities in the history of this company. Break the Ceiling winner. Former international champion as well. Probably the most dominant international champion we've ever had. And now he has the opportunity to settle any doubters about his place here in OCW against the most violent newcomer we've seen in some time, Jacob Fatu.
And honestly, if you ask me, I think that this is a must-win for Rusev. You know, because again, you know, he lost his international championship to Adam Cole, but also he was the second ever man to win Break the Ceiling, I should say. Unfortunately, he couldn't break through, taking on Okada in a hard-fought match, but unfortunately falling just short. I think that, oh wow, already a headbutt by Fatu, but I think this is a really big match for Rusev because, you know, again, he lost his Break the Ceiling briefcase, lost the international title. I don't think he can afford to lose anymore because, as we know, OCW is all about opportunity and momentum.
No, absolutely. Obviously, Kevin Owens was the prototype to break the ceiling before we finalized all the rules, and now Miro and obviously Athena, the first ever Miss Break the Ceiling, still waiting in the wings with her briefcase. We obviously extended the contract on that, otherwise she would have been out of here.
Oh yeah, that would have been.
Oh, what a Samoan drop! But yeah, so Kevin Owens and Miro both break the ceiling 1 and 2 respectively.
And Fatu locking in a bit of a twisted version of the game over, and Rusev doesn't like that at all. He breaks out of it.
Yeah, so I think obviously failing Break the Ceiling compared to Kevin Owens has been eating at Rusev. And so now, but again, the difference being Okada compared to like Otis. So obviously, or Ricochet, I should say, who Kevin Owens was able to knock out Ricochet, returning to his Prince Puma roots for Ladder Wars, which ended up leading us to the 4-way swing, Champions Ballot. Phenomenal match, by the way.
Yeah.
Match of the decade contender for sure.
I went back and rewatched that very recently. Going through the OCW archive, which you can see on Stu Brew TV. This episode, of course, being the premiere episode on the Overdrive video network, we figured, hey, new era, let's get a new channel.
No, absolutely. And Fatu and Rusev here going back and forth.
There he goes.
Oh, wow. Launching him outside. I was wondering how long that takes.
That big body fell quickly, but and Rusev still managed to throw him over the lumberjacks. Oh, running senton.
I think that just made Jacob more mad.
I don't
even think it hurt.
Honestly, I don't know what could.
What? No way, he's that strong.
Oh!
Jesus Christ!
Rusev delivered a powerbomb earlier in the ring. Jacob Fatu saying, "I can do better." This arena not big enough to contain the two of them.
Fatu, looking for something.
Oh! Spear!
Everybody in the family has one of those.
It seems so. Now, one thing I do want to point out, though, Elias, is that, because there's no ropes, no turnbuckles, Fatu doesn't have access to his finishing move, the moonsault, where he jumps up the two rings. Do you think Do you think that can play into the Do you think that can play into the outcome of this match?
Normally, I'd 100% say yes, but Jacob Fatu is so violent, I don't think he needs it.
Fatu storing up that finisher gauge. Rusev gets up, but still a little groggy. Now Rusev goes flying, hits a lumberjack in the head.
Taking out some of the watchers around ringside.
Uh-oh. Oh my god!
See, you see what I mean? He just tried to break what we know very weak neck of Rusev. Miro has been a big problem for him. Stack of dimes, he'd like to say.
Stack of neck you call dimes. But also, I don't know if you noticed, but both Rusev and Fatu went through the lumberjack right there.
He just tried to launch Rusev into the crowd. Yes.
That would have been a free souvenir. I want to go home with the Rusev on my own.
What would you even feed him?
Nails. I mean, you can't tell me that's not what this guy eats for breakfast. Oh, wait, on the outside.
Locking in the accolade, I guess, right? It's the accolade again now.
Oh, they don't call it the game over, or as I call it, the game over.
No, it was the accolade first, and then he changed it to the game over in whatchamacallit, because remember he was the best man, and they had the video game gimmick.
Mm-hmm.
Also, that was probably one of the weirdest street fights I've ever seen.
Nah.
Destroying perfectly good arcade cabinets is crazy work.
That was probably from Kenny's personal collection.
Oh, throwing Fatu back into the ring.
Now Rusev. Oh, wait a minute.
Fatu countering.
Fatu has shown. Ooh, oh my goodness.
Oh, wow.
Helicoptering out of the ring after hitting the post. Fatu has shown zero signs of wear. Oh god!
Dropping Rusev on his neck again. I'm genuinely concerned for his health and well-being. Is that blood? His blood is everywhere. Fatu! Oh, that'll do it. And that's why I wasn't worried about the moonsault. He doesn't need it. That Impaler DDT usually is more than enough.
And Fatu taking advantage of the weak neck of Rusev, and Rusev continues to struggle, but Fatu, an amazing victory in his OCW debut. Lumberjacks loving it, primarily because they didn't die, and only one of them will go home with a little bit of damage. Phenomenal debut for one Jacob Fatu.
Fatu goes down in history as the winner of the very first ever OCW Underground match.
Man, and again, like that was a very interesting. That was a very, very, very interesting match. I mean, Rusev obviously put up a lot of fight. The fact that either of these guys was able to lift up the other and powerbomb was incredibly impressive. But it's that sheer unpredictability, that unpredictable violence of Fatu that I think ultimately gave him the edge. And of course, obviously, taking advantage of that stack of neck that he calls dimes.
Stacking that he calls dimes indeed. But now, next up, the first women's tag team match back as well. It'll be the Odd Couple taking on two brand new newcomers incoming to the OCW family. I can't wait to see who steps up, but the Queen and the Empress of Tomorrow look more than ready with their brand new championship goal.
Which they actually, I believe, left in the back to make sure they get all polished up and everything like that. And this being a standard tag team match. I told them they gotta show off the new belts, but they were like, no. So, I don't know. This is what happens when you work with children. But the Odd Couple, obviously the most dominant tag team in the women's division, of course, defending titles across both brands, several pay-per-views. They have not lost as a tag team, and you know there was doubt over whether or not they were going to be able to coexist, but thus far, absolutely zero problems.
Yeah, to be honest, Charlotte Flair's tag team history has been really, and a former tag team champion. Oh my God, it's Thea Hale and Tatum Paxley.
Do you like that the name I gave them?
Talk you was crazy work. um, very curious. I love both of these girls a lot. I'm very excited for both of their careers currently. Obviously, Tatum working with Gigi and Shotzi in the alternate universe, trying to capture tag team gold in TNA and NXT/WWE. And Thea breaking away from Tracy just recently made her return at Stand and Deliver in that North American ladder match. New theme sounds great.
Okay,
But
wait.
speaking of that, I'm really tired of Death Rebel themes with words at the beginning, because that's the only way you can tell the difference now.
Mm-hmm.
Because Thea's was like I'm a grown woman or whatever, and I was like, what the fuck?
That's the only way you can tell the difference.
No, because like, what do you mean you have to put words at the beginning? Like, not everybody needs Cody Rhodes. Not everybody needs to be Cody Rhodes. Like, wrestling has more than one royal family. Adrenaline in my soul. Yeah, not everybody needs that.
And meanwhile, Thea Hall went for a quick cover, but Charlotte was long legs in the ropes. Thea and Charlotte starting off. Now, you know a lot more about these two girls than I do. You're a lot more well-versed in... You just can't really call it NXT 2.0 anymore. I guess, what would you call it now? Silver and gold?
NXT 3? Yeah, this is like NXT 3 or 4.
I call it silver and gold.
Yeah, because it's not 2.0 anymore because it's a rainbow, but it's also not... Yeah, silver and gold's not bad. You know, I mean, at this point, it's NXTW, right? So, yeah, so in NXTW... Thea was a former member of Andre Chase's Chase University. Shout out Andre Chase. I love Chase U. It's back now, by the way. Chase U is back. So that's a really good feeling. She's 21, I want to say, this year.
Mm-hmm.
She joined NXT straight out of high school. And they made it. Yeah, they made it part of her gimmick. She's basically the Billy Starks of WWE.
Ah. Okay.
Probably the easiest way to say that.
And the Empress tagging in now. Of course, the Oscar Lock, you know, one of the deadliest submissions in all of OCW. That's made many an opponent tap out. And a stationary splash by Paxley goes nowhere.
And Tatum Paxley is the emo goth girlfriend Dark Alexa Bliss thinks she is.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, all I really know is that, like, you know, her whole thing is... She kind of does like the Nikki Cross thing, like I'm talking like face Nikki Cross, where she just kind of stalks people.
Oh yeah, like post sanity Nikki, where she was in people's face and yeah. Yes.
Oh shit. Be back.
Oh damn, Respawn just laid a bunch of people off.
Oh.
Yep.
Like, for real?
Yeah.
Man, I hate...
We just came out.
Shit, I hate the video game industry, dog. I love video games. I hate the industry. Hall and Paxley, pretty impressive in their OCW debut so far. Have they ever tagged together in any capacity?
Who?
Taya and Paxley.
Thea and Tatum have not teamed together outside... To what I know, maybe outside like random one-off, because obviously Thea was in Chase U the entire time. She was teaming with JC Jane, who went from obviously Toxic Attraction to Chase U to Fatal Influence, and Tatum went from solo to teaming with Lyra to back to solo to teaming with now Gigi and Shotzi.
Of course, he is still repping the Chase U gear.
Actually using tag team maneuver school.
Random tag team maneuver school. Oh, I forgot about that place. I hope they're still getting funded because
actually, while I was in Mexico, you know, I was able to get some transfer credits for a lot of students at the orphanage at
international program. Yeah.
Yeah.
And Flair whiffing on the snap now. Hall sent into the corner. That's a dangerous, dangerous place to be.
Thea and Tatum now.
Graduates of Random Tag Team Maneuver School.
Classic gut punch. Tatum Paxley working over Charlotte.
And Paxley breaking through whatever Charlotte had planned.
Don't drop now.
Down. Uh-oh.
The strength of Charlotte.
Fall away!
Oh, all away. Damn.
And Paxley retching
Flair
in
cover.
pain.
Right in front of Theo. One.
But Thea had
Oh, you know it's super awesome? Because OCW mandates everybody attends random tag team and noob school.
Yeah.
Now you only get one breakup per tag.
Oh god. God, shit was so ass.
No more 50-minute tag team matches, unless it's like an 8-man. At that point, it just is what it is.
Speaking of ass to the face, and Thea going for that one breakup and gets it right there. The Tatum Paxley, and wait, not in trouble
Kip
anymore.
up. Paxley
The
letting Asuka play. Oh, Asuka
Woo!
showing off. That's new. She's been in her bag lately. Tight walk springboard drop kick.
Yeah, doing a little rope dance right there.
Oh, drop kick, another one. Tatum eating multiple drop kicks at this point.
And of course, Charlotte
Kicking Charlotte Flair off.
Charlotte Flair, the alternate universe, coming back, winning the Royal Rumble, facing off against Tiffany Stratton at WrestleMania, falling short. Flair's actually fallen short in the last few Manias, and the stationary splash this time hits for Paxley. And this could be the biggest win of either of their careers if they can get a victory right here. And obviously, they'd be in direct contention for the tag team titles. Oh my goodness! Stealing Charlotte's finisher. Here's the cover. Asuka across the ring. And Thea reaching in, pulling out natural selection. And now the senton, but misses it this time.
Absolutely insane.
And the two youngins showing that they've picked up a thing or two. Charlotte now breaking the neck and woo, right to the face. That was a stiff punch. Thea, though, back up. And gonna tag into Pax, and Pax now, what's she thinking? She's just gonna sit and wait. See what her partner does. Partner giving her the assist. Back in, stomp to the back of the thigh. Now you gotta wonder, and Paxley, you wonder where her mind goes. I don't know what she was going for there, but she whips. Flair now trying to capitalize. Ooh! I don't know what you call that, but it looked pretty sweet.
No, for sure.
And Pax, middle of the ring, possibly trying to crawl back to her feet. Asuka now, freshest woman in the match. Paxley, though, trying to take advantage. Into the ropes. Asuka now in a very dangerous position. Tag made. Random tag team maneuver school.
Oh, double back body drop.
The amount of air Asuka got on that was unreal. And of course, someone with the Chase U sign in the crowd. Very, very, very nice sign, by the way. Running the ropes. Oh! German bridge.
Oh, German into the bridge. Cover.
Almost.
Kick out.
He got about
Asuka
2.2 right there.
dragging Tatum to the middle of the ring. Looking for something. Picks her up. Oh. Not the Asuka lock.
But
What?
Armbar.
Trap.
And
Tatum.
oh, and the tap out.
That'll do. Tatum Paxley just not close enough to get that kick out.
And the Odd Couple not only winning, but winning without using their signature finishers. I think they were trying to send a message right there. Valiant effort by the two young stars, but it wasn't enough to defeat the best of the best in Flair and Asuka.
Right. What a monumental match for the Odd Couple. Once again, proving that they are the best. I'm sure they're looking forward to whoever their next challenger may be. It'll be from the Glory roster, obviously, because once again they sent Pride packing last time. But
our day in court will come,
yeah.
you son of a bitch. It will. It will. I swear to God.
Hang on, Charlotte. Hey, congratulations on the win. What? Yes. Okay. Oh, okay. You don't want to be the Odd Couple anymore. What do you want? Queens of Wrestling. Like Kings of Wrestling, like with Cassius Ohno and All right, okay, yeah,
Oh,
we'll let Greg. Okay, all right, cool. Ladies and gentlemen, Charlotte Flair has just let it be known that because they're so dominant and good at tag teams that they refuse to be called the Odd Couple anymore, and they say it's slanderous. So from this point forward, they will now be referred to as the Queens of Wrestling, because Queen and Empress, same thing.
Oh,
Yeah.
God damn it! Now I gotta put like a little like news flash thing at the fucking bottom of the screen. That's more post production work. We don't have post production people. It's me, myself, and I. God damn it! I fucking hate. I hate you people. I see my roster wouldn't make me do that kind of extra work. You know what? We're gonna go to the next match. Fuck it.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, it is now FTR who will be taking on the New Day for the glorious tag team titles.
Now FTR not walking out with the titles. I'm not sure if this is some kind of statement to spite the crowd. We will guarantee the belts will be here at ringside. You will get a look at how they're looking once the match is over. Of course, FTR, I just want to say this. They turned heel before AEW made it cool. Those guys, of course, bringing shovel to the head. Bringing shovel to the head of the Creed brothers, stopping the youth movement dead in its tracks. And funnily enough, the other good tag team gone bad might be the only salvation for Glory's tag division. Here come the New Day, and I fucking love that gear, by the way.
No, rocking the green and Black Ranger gear. Kofi still throwing pancakes. Still has Francesca 2 Turbo, or is it 3? No, it's one of them.
I will say, I feel like the New Day, they always take the video games the most seriously, I feel like. Their gear's always on
100%.
point. Their renders always look really good. Like, especially like the selection screen renders and everything. Again, everything looks good. You got Kofi throwing the pancakes. Fucking Francesca, as you said, like, fucking... and there's a decent amount of people who care about, video games in general on the roster now, but I mean... Xavier and Kofi, they were like the originators.
Yeah, obviously with up, down, still going strong to this day. And he and Breeze being the sole driving force for GM mode. I can't blame them.
They're the belts.
Glorious tag titles. Brand new look and design, ladies and gentlemen. Still getting used to this, but as time progresses, look at those belts.
Honestly, those have aura of like world titles, like real talk, and the double wings. Belt design team did a great job.
Shout out to Double Wings. Kofi and Dax sitting on the outside, Cash and Wood starting things off.
Yo, oh my God! Look at all that fucking body hair on Cash. Man's a fucking grizzly bear. You gotta start calling him grizzly.
If I'm his opponent, I'm just ripping that off.
I feel like the ref would call the match though. I feel like that's like a Extreme Rules only type situation.
Take it. Oh, Woods. Oh, chop block there.
Of course, in the alternate universe, FTR very recently turning heel, turning on their once beloved friend Edge. Beautifully executed heel turn, by the way. Make you think that's going to be
for sure.
Dax and Cash turn on each other, and then they're like, nah, fuck Adam Copeland. He's a piece of
sure. I mean, they've been brothers at this point for what 11, 12. I mean, you can say the same for New Day and Alternate Universe. See how that turned out. But then again, E wasn't an active competitor. Like it's really weird because New Day's technically not wrong, but it's a dick move.
No,
like because you see all the stuff E's doing, especially now. It's like, well, I guess there's not really a reason you couldn't have been there.
And Kofi, woo, what a move off the top rope. Going for the cover. There's a 1. There's a 2. Can't end it quickly.
Very early 2 count.
Yeah,
but show how serious New Day is.
Nah, but you're absolutely right. Like, Big E, doing so much. Dude's, I don't know if he is signed as a male model. He should be. Dude looks fucking handsome as shit.
He's a handsome man. He's jacked. But he was doing like a bunch of pre-show stuff. He was doing like TV cameos. Like obviously you remember during the boxing stuff, he was doing that, and it was just like,
I mean, he was trying to keep
why?
busy, was what it was, because
Why aren't you on Raw? I'm not saying you got to be there every week, but he didn't show up at all.
and it's like yeah, I can understand why Xavier and Kofi were were a bit miffed by that, but at the same time, again, he can't wrestle. You got to do something with your time,
I mean, but he could have been a no contact manager. We see it all the time.
Well,
Paul Heyman does.
Well, that was ultimately the olive branch that he offered the New Day, but
yeah, the week they decided to end the team, and we thought they were ending the team. Now he shows up, and they were like, "No, fuck you."
And honestly, that no, go ahead.
It was weird. It was really weird because like they were fighting for like 2 months. No word from E.
Ooh, Kofi knee to the neck.
And then they're like, all right, it's a new day anniversary. We got some stuff we want to get off on our chest, and everybody needs to hear it. And then all of a sudden, hey, y'all want to go big?
I popped.
Didn't say that. And I popped for sure,
Well,
but then I was like, oh, now you show up?
Well, and what it was, everyone thought, because Xavier Woods had been getting mega pissed backstage for the past month and a half, 2 months. Everyone's thinking it's the big Xavier Woods heel turn that everyone's been wanting. And honestly, to me, from a kayfabe perspective, I feel like it was okay, Xavier's pissed, he's going to turn on Kofi. But because Kofi obviously was getting pretty pissed at Xavier, but then they realized that they had a mutual hatred for how E abandoned them.
Yeah, which was bigger. Yeah. And everybody was like, that doesn't make sense. I was like, it does.
Oh, it makes total sense.
He was the buffer. Like in any friendship, there are going to be moments where you're pissed at each other, right? Mm-hmm. Which is why you have the other friends to go like, hey, yo, y'all need to chill out. The buffer was gone. And the buffer was gone because he wanted to be gone. Kofi working over Cash in the corner. Ooh, kick.
Body hair.
The body hair is just throwing me off. I'm getting names. I just keep staring at it. It's hypnotizing. But yeah, no. So when they turned on E, I was like, well, that's dumb. But then the more I thought about it, I was like, no, yeah, that makes sense. It makes a lot of sense, actually.
And Kofi.
And I was just like, I wanted the Marty Jannetty moment for Woods. I wanted Woods to dog stomp.
What a move by Kofi into the cover. And Kofi, obviously he knows the game, building up that finisher meter. And now
Carwood had to break that up. Oh, he missed Trouble in Paradise. Super kick. Oh, Cash was in trouble there.
And Cash, he really
was nowhere to be found currently.
And Cash really needs to make a tag into Dax. And you're right. I don't know where Woods went. Maybe off screen, Dax went and took him out. Cash now finally in controlling that ankle of Kofi. Now obviously Kofi without air.
Cover.
Is
one.
I don't know. There's now the
two. Kick out. Did Woods walk out?
I don't think so. Yeah, where the fuck is he?
I genuinely don't know where Xavier Woods is, ladies and gentlemen.
Okay, when we get a break in the action, I'll pause it and see. Oh my God! A pile driver to Kofi.
Pile driver cover.
One. Two.
Three.
And
he was
still. What the hell?
Was that not weird? Anybody else? Well,
that wasn't the portal technology didn't crash, right? It was fucking
very, very questionable win there, but FTR and still, I don't even remember him getting taken out.
No, and what's crazy is that I don't even know if Cash ever tagged in.
I don't think Dax. No, he might have been for a little bit, right?
Okay, no. So yeah. Okay, they were.
Yeah, he was. Right. Okay.
I'm not that crazy. Okay, we're breaking the fourth wall for this because what the fuck? Okay.
All right. Okay. Yeah, but he's just gone for the rest of the clip. So what happened between 5 and 6? No, 4 and 5. Yeah, what happened between?
Okay.
Yeah, he's gone in 4. What happened between 3 and 4 that he's gone for the rest of the match?
Okay, they do that.
And he just fucking then in 4 Kofi's tagged back in. And then he's just gone the rest of the time.
Ladies and gentlemen, a very, very strange, very strange turn of events here on Overdrive. Xavier Woods, he's got a lot to answer to. I don't know if and obviously we're gonna give him a medical checkup because we don't know if maybe
he's concussed. I mean,
there was nothing in the match that could have concussed him though. Is the thing. Normally I would be pointing in your face and laughing because lol glory, but I'm just as miffed as you are.
Hey, it was still a pretty decent match on Kofi's end. Like, we've seen 2v1 tag team matches before.
I mean, yeah, because it's fucking Kofi and fucking Cash Wheeler with the fucking body hair. Good God.
All right, next up, ladies and gentlemen, Battle Royale for the new #1 contender for the glorious Women's Championship. Former champ Becky Lynch is still on hiatus. Clearly, she's been having fun in the alternate universe as the heel. So we'll see what happens when she comes back.
Yeah, 100%. And Gigi Dolan working over Dakota Kai. Now, honestly, if I had to pick a favorite in this match, I would absolutely pick Gigi Dolan. Of course, she won that famous past, present, and future match. One of the biggest wins in her career in Overdrive. And is Toxic Attraction still a thing on your roster, or is Gigi
JC Jane recently left Overdrive Championship Wrestling after Mandy Rose decided she wanted to retire to run her Fansly, I think. It was something.
Fansly, only fans. I mean, same difference.
Special website. So that left it back to the duo, and JC and Gigi have been having issues, and so she left, and so now Gigi is on a solo run. She's trying to capture her opportunity.
And a bunch of near eliminations already. Liv Morgan trying to assist about the Valkyria and eliminating Trish Stratus. And still no one eliminated yet. And earlier Gigi and Liv trying to get an elimination together. Rhea Ripley, no love lost with that wicked clothesline to Morgan. Oh my! What the? Did you see how far she flew right there?
Yeah, the athletic ability of Liv there on that springboard, missing though. Rhea, Gigi tying it up. Bianca and Candice. Trish and Dakota working on Lyra.
Lyra in trouble, rolls back in.
Oh, what a maneuver by Bianca there. Candice LeRae's head's definitely going to be hurting out that one. The match we should have gotten one-on-one at Mania. Oh.
And there goes Dakota Kai, first to be eliminated.
She can't catch a break either.
Can't catch a break in any universe. Fun fact, the render I have for her for making graphics has her with, like, the pink hair.
Oh, damn. I like that look on her. Bianca and Candice
I like
tying
any
it up.
look on her. Like, for real, like her gear and whatever hair color she decides that week, like just presentation-wise, like with her gear and everything, she's...
running power slam by Belair.
Bodies falling everywhere in this match so far.
Blonde on blonde violence, Trish and Liv.
That happens surprisingly often in this company.
Well, yeah, because Vince McMahon had a type for a hot minute, and so the thing's still there.
Well, I'm pretty sure
Tiffany and Charlotte.
I'm pretty sure Linda was blonde too. So yeah, Vince does have a type.
That's a strong woman, I'll say that.
You ain't fucking kidding. Meanwhile, Rhea taking down.
Or a terrible person. I don't know. Like, after a while, you got to be like, is the money worth it?
Honestly, good on Shane for being like, yeah, my dad sucks. And there goes, I believe, Rhea Ripley, Gigi with a slam.
Oh, yes. Rhea Ripley has had such an interesting OCW career, right? Because obviously, in the alternate universe, she's like already had a Hall of Fame career. But like here,
like she started on Pride. There goes
Lyra.
Valkyria. Running
We're down to
bulldog by
the
Trish.
usual championship suspects right now.
And honestly, this is kind of uncharted territory for Candice LeRae, at least in a singles capacity. Of course, Candice in Indy, you know, we're going after the women's tag belts for a while. Candice saving herself from elimination. But I mean, yeah, obviously only 2 glorious women's champions in the history of this company. Cora Jade, of course, winning the match of the century, the Iron Woman match against Becky Lynch. I mean, that's just in general one of the greatest matches I've ever seen. I hate it was on your brand, but one of the greatest matches I've ever seen.
No, absolutely.
Oh, there
and
goes
there's
Candice. And that is
The
very
final
much.
4 are Liv Morgan, Trish Stratus, Bianca Belair, and Gigi Dolan. I'm not surprised. Honestly.
There goes my pick.
Well, yeah, there goes Gigi.
Oh well.
I had Liv coming into this match, but I don't know, man. Bianca's on fire right now, and it's been a while since she had that one-on-one match with Becky.
Last time was at Battle Scars in the Hell in a Cell, where like they were out of the cell for 8 minutes.
Because the Iron Woman ended in a tie. First time that ever happened.
And a KOD by Belair. Liv Morgan though looking to take advantage. Of course, Morgan, since we've been gone, you know, one of her best runs on the main roster in WWE. You know, becoming
two-time women's world champion. 2-time tag team champion, now a total of 4 with her best friend in the world, Liv Raquel, working with Dirty Dominic, aka Daddy Dom, to her in the Judgment Day. Now the Judgment Day has the women's tag titles and the Intercontinental Championship.
Honestly,
the Blondes working together to take out Bianca Belair.
Earlier,
the optics on that don't look too good.
when we got to the Final 4, I wanted to say in the Final 4 we have 2 blondes and 2 non-blondes. And one of the blondes might go. No, Liv saves herself.
No,
catches
Liv
that bottom
saving
rope.
herself.
Bianca now waiting, stalking,
watching and waiting,
commiserating. And Trish doesn't see Bianca. Bianca lays in a hit. Bianca now.
Bianca. I mean, her and Liv do have a history.
But
maybe she wants to take out Trish and let the youth or slightly younger youth take full advantage. But all 3 of these women are 30 up.
And Liv, what a move!
Oblivion. I didn't even know she could do that standing.
Oblivion without the ropes. And now Liv Morgan going for elimination the long way. And then does not work.
And when Goldberg eats corn, ladies and gentlemen.
That's why you eat corn too, motherfucker.
And no, I don't even eat corn. I hate corn. Terrible. It's a terrible side dish.
You are
It genuinely has no flavor unless you cover that shit in like fucking mayo, hot Cheeto dust, and fucking spring onions. Like,
you're talking about Mexican street corn, aren't you?
Yeah, Lotte.
My girlfriend swears by that stuff. She loves Mexican street corn.
I'm not a corn fan, but like that's probably one of the only ways I'll eat it besides like fucking barbecue corn.
And world's strongest elimination by Bianca. We're down to the final 2.
Trish Stratus eliminated. Now Liv and Bianca. This is not the first or the last time we'll see this. Obviously, Elimination Chamber being the most recent. Liv Morgan.
Wow! Liv Morgan, quick thinking elimination. Thought maybe Bianca was gonna try to skin the cat right there, but Liv.
No, that's that new aura, new game boost. Liv Morgan, the new #1 contender for the glorious women's championship. You know, after the year she's had, she's probably like a 90. So I see it.
And Cora Jade, more than likely watching Liv from the back. And I will say, Cora, in her first title defense, she's going to have her work cut out for her.
You know, absolutely. And now, finally, ladies and gentlemen, the main event of the evening. Bryan Danielson, the winner of the Dream Open. Taking on one of the guys who, honestly, I felt was a highlight, even though he didn't stand up to his true potential. Timothy Turner himself, Carmelo Hayes, 1-on-1 last man standing. I think this has the potential to match the likes of Shawn Michaels and Bret Hart, Iron Man, Kenny Omega, Kazuchika Okada, John Moxley, Kenny Omega. Will we see that here tonight?
We very much could, and one thing I really want to emphasize is the different paths that both of these competitors have taken. Both of these guys, you know, back in the old guard of WWE, would have been called too small, would have been told that they were never going to make it. Carmelo Hayes, the Performance Center prodigy, winner of the NXT Breakout Tournament, North American and NXT champion. He is him, wears the sunglasses because the lights around him shine oh so brightly. That is also an amazing fucking shirt, by the way. He is him.
I need to get Carmelo merch.
Nah, for sure. But on the other side of things, you have Brian Danielson, I should say. Someone who was directly told many times he was too small for this, that he was never going to make it on the biggest stage. He was a B-plus player. The ultimate underdog, the indie wrestling gnome who did everything there was to do on what was once, you know, very rudely referred to as the minor leagues of pro wrestling, and somehow, some way, in Vince McMahon's PG WWE, found his way to the top of the card. The Miracle Kid, of course, winning the championship at WrestleMania 30 in the main event. An aura so strong, the belt clips through his gear. Ladies and gentlemen, the new and improved National Openweight Champion. And I love that this render got his fucking dreadlocks, dude. I fucking love Dreadlock Danielson.
Really, I love Dreadlock. I love Dreadlock, bro. I remember the first time I saw him with him, and I was like, that's different. I don't hate it.
And listen, speaking as a white person, it is very hard for white people to pull off dreadlocks. It really is. Absolutely. Danielson did it. Bray did it surprisingly well. And I can't remember if, I think Gacy in the Wyatt Six has the dreads. I might be wrong about that.
Yes.
Of course, these two staring each other down from across the ring. Danielson has not been painted an OCW ring to my knowledge. As Elias said, winner of the Dream Open, which awarded him the National Openweight Championship. And this could be the toughest defense of his entire career. Because if you ask me, Carmelo Hayes, you know, he's got nothing but upward trajectory. Danielson, that might be the last time.
I actually, as a black person, those look more like braids. No, like, really, yeah. They might be like, yeah. It's more like, it's more like a crochet style. But
good.
All these white belts, all the white belts.
That is your branding, after all.
Yeah, I might talk to the belt guys and make that a little bit more silver-ish. Maybe like ECW Silverback.
Oh my God! What a maneuver to open the match!
These springboard moonsaults to open matches is crazy work.
Springboard moonsault that, mind you, he had to go at an angle to get, and we are off to a hot and heavy start. Now Hayes trying to out-grapple Danielson, who by all means is a pretty pure grappler. And now it's looking for another moonsault, this time from the middle rope. And so far, all Carmelo Hayes and last man standing, you know he's going to take advantage of that rule set.
Oh, immediately grabbing the Singapore cane, a.k.a. the kendo stick. Probably one of my favorite weapons in pro wrestling history.
I'm not sure what my favorite is. It's
no way. Is he looking for it already? Oh, okay. I was corkscrew arm drag.
Little spinneroonie action right there. Danielson, though, he's had enough being the butt of the joke, and now he's going to try to take control. Yeah, not going for the labella lock yet, but maybe a modified version of it. And Carmelo Hayes, I mean, he is just so masterful on those ropes. With a middle rope. I keep trying to say lariat, but I'm trying to say clothesline. Danielson DDT, but Hayes already back up. And I don't know what the hell that was. But now Danielson, the physicality, and a neck breaker. But Hayes already back up and a drop kick. And you cannot keep Carmelo Hayes down. Ref begins his count. Or her count. My apologies.
Yeah. You know, we're an all-inclusive promotion. We got women, ref.
What? There's
Count of 7.
and
Count of 8. Yeah, wow. Carmelo, it's been all Carmelo Hayes so far in this match, ladies and gentlemen.
honestly,
Taking a moment to celebrate.
I think that was a psychological tactic because Danielson already
Oh.
taken back over. I think he's trying to lure Hayes into a false sense of security. Hayes was celebrating, and of course, celebrating the last thing you want to do. And Singapore cane.
Oh, broke the cane there.
Now ref begins the count on Hayes. Carmelo Hayes, of course, saw. Oh my God! Leg drop from the top. Hayes, somebody who I once angrily referred Shelton Benjamin as, you know, after that fucking. Or no, it was Wesley because Benjamin won that match. Yeah, I was so mad at that fucking match. Those are the one I'm talking about. It was the worst match in OCW history. Right there.
Yeah, Wesley versus Shelton Benjamin.
You had a match though.
I'm glad you. Oh, first 48. First 48.
You had a match though that like a few weeks later that was an absolute stinker. I just can't think of it off the top of my head.
No, it was a triple threat ladder match for the internet title.
Oh yeah. That shit sucked.
But as long as we know it's not the worst, we'll take second worst. Carmelo Hayes hits the first 48. Does not go. I was about to say does not go for the pin, but obviously Brian was able to still move. Currently at a count of 4. Will that be enough?
And Hayes.
Melo celebrating.
Again.
Count 7.
A pretty
Count
fast
of 8.
count.
Brian is up.
You know, but
Hayes.
oh!
DDT! Oh my god, float over DDT. Brian Danielson does not look like himself here tonight, ladies and gentlemen.
And Hayes, he keeps moving. You know, there's absolutely no sign of wear and tear. Building up that finisher gauge. Referee counting again.
Count 7.
Count of 8.
8.
Count of
9.
9.
Oh no.
The
Oh my God.
upset of the century. Carmelo
9.
Hayes has slayed the dragon and did so with ease.
Holy shit. I mean, Brian Danielson has been one of the greatest professional wrestlers, not only of all time, but in the history of OCW. Like, he has been at the top of his game every single match, and he gets speed blitzed here tonight by Carmelo Hayes.
Retirement has not treated the Dragon very well at all. Carmelo Hayes, your second ever National Open Weight Champion, and again did so seemingly with ease. I'm just as shocked as you are. I can't even make fun of you for this. I mean, Hayes had a chance, don't get me wrong, but nobody expected him to make that quick a work of Danielson.
I mean, the youth movement continues here on Overdrive Glory. Carmelo Hayes, the second ever Overdrive National Openweight Champion, and a phenomenal match.
And the first man to defeat Danielson in singles action. And, funny thing, Hayes, Hayes was part of the first ever Overdrive Glory, joined by Trick Williams in a losing effort. And it seems like since then he has struggled to try to scratch and fall and find his way back to a level that he knows he can ascend to. Well, tonight he has risen to the very top. A little Easter reference for you there. Happy late Easter. Carmelo Hayes, once again, your new national open weight champion. And again, it didn't look like he broke a sweat. The way he was...
Not at all.
Way,
I mean,
way he was,
springboard moonsault after springboard moonsault. Obviously, he hit the first 48. You know, that double knee face buster. Like, wow. I for one am shocked. Also, the title is silver. It's just the lighting made it super white.
Yeah, again, this universe engine is very weird. When the boys were making the belts, they told me that they were having all kinds of shit going on.
Yeah, again, ladies and gentlemen, I for one am completely dumbfounded. What a match for Carmelo. I don't know what's going on, Brian. I'll try and talk to him after the fact. I'm sure he's very upset. But ladies and gentlemen, that was the first ever match that for Brian that I don't know, but that was the first main event of Glory 2.0. And even with that, it was very hard hitting and fast paced. So it wasn't necessarily a bad match. It's just, I was expecting 5 stars, and we got like 2.5/3, and that's okay sometimes, you know. But thank you guys for coming back here with us, for being here in this moment. This is over a year in the making, honestly, and it's good to be back. It's very good to be back. I'm super curious to see how Stanley's show goes.
It's gonna be fucking spectacular.
But yeah, I know what building blocks are now in place from what I've seen so far. I'm very excited for the near future and obviously the distant future, not only for my brand, because oh man, is it looking hot with like Melo and Adam Cole as the 2 singles champions who were able to strut themselves today. And obviously, both sets of tag champions had very interesting matches. But yeah.
Now, I just want to say, Elias, to you and to everybody out there watching, thank you all very much for joining us for a new era of Overdrive Championship Wrestling. It'll be bigger, better, and most of it done in post-production. To everybody out there watching, we love you. Thank you very much for tuning in to the Overdrive Video Network. And we will see you later this week for Overdrive Pride. Elias, any more?
You know what? I do have some words to say, buddy. As always, I am the 2.5D BNG of Power. He is the manager of champions. And this is the greatest promotion on the planet.
Yes, sir.
Thank you for watching.